Hello everyone, it is Lucy here, and in today's video we are making a black and white ruffed lemur habitat. I watch a lot of Lady Designer's videos. She is a fellow YouTuber. She does a lot of Planet Zoo videos, and I watch her a lot for inspiration because her builds are just so amazing. Her habitat builds are just awesome, just so lovely. And so I actually watched her for this habitat as well as the koala habitat. I tried to make an island in the center, have the lemurs to be on the island with all of their enrichment items and stuff, but the water did not go completely around the island. It just kind of stopped midway, just because I wanted to be able to make a area where the lemurs could kind of hang out, eat. I put their food area at the front, so that way their guests can see them from the big windows that are in the barriers, but then also they have kind of an area where they can just kind of escape and go onto the island, and then they have a nice shelter there as well. And then they have the water that surrounds them. So I love it so much. And the water, I don't even think it really matters to them, because I kind of made the barrier go on the edge of the water closer to the island. But then they also have a area in a building, which unfortunately I did not record that, just because I wanted to, I don't know, I just was really trying to figure it out, and I'm not the greatest builder in Planet Zoo, which is why I'm trying to download some blueprints online through the Planet Zoo website through Steam. So I'm trying to do that a lot more, because I'm just really not the greatest builder. I want to try to get the hang of it, but I want to get a blueprint just so I can see how the builds are done. Because it's just better. I watched a lot of her videos on building and stuff, and she's just so perfect at it, but because it's sped up, I can't really see exactly how she's doing it. So I thought it might be better if I got blueprints online, and then I could just kind of pick them apart and see how they build it. Because the roof lines and stuff kind of, I don't know, make me nervous. I don't know, they don't have like a lot of guides, I guess you would say, for the roofs and the stuff. So I am just really trying to get better at this, and I haven't played Planet Zoo for a while on my channel, because I just kind of stopped playing games for a little bit. So I'm getting back into it. So I'm slowly getting into it, but I'm trying to do the best that I can. And I kind of screwed up the island area, because I raised it, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just made the water around the piece of land that I wanted. I don't know why I raised it, because I shouldn't have done that. So what I should have done was just put the water around it and just had the flat piece of land, but I decided to raise it for some reason, and it just made it more difficult because it's kind of uneven. And I don't know, sometimes when you watch the lemurs walk, they're just kind of like their hind legs are way up in the back, and I don't know, but it's okay. It's just my first habitat build from getting back into the game, so I'm gonna go a little easy on myself, and I can always try to fix it later. So that's what I'll probably do, is even though it's gonna be a pain to try to take all the items off, I probably will try to do that just so that I can make it a little bit more even. Just because, as you see here, I'm trying to like smooth it out, but it's not really working. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to take everything off, which is going to be a pain because I put a lot of stuff on the island, but I'll try to take it off and then just smooth it out and straighten it out, so that way there it doesn't look so weird and uneven on the top. Like I said, I don't know why I did that. I thought it would be better. I don't know. So whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, as you see the little front part, that's where the guests are going to kind of come up to the windows and the barriers and be able to look in directly and see the lemurs. A lot of people go around the back, around the side where the water is, and it's just kind of frustrating to me because they do have a nice clear view from the front, but they go around the back, and then they kind of complain that they can't see them. And I don't know, it's just kind of frustrating, but I can't really make a walk-through habitat with them like I want to do with pretty much, not every animal, but a significant amount. But with lemurs, it's kind of hard to do that because unless you kind of make a cage around them, which I'm not going to do. So, but they do have like a little area where they can go in. Right now, all it has is just bedding in there. There's a building. It's a really poor building, but it is a building, and they have just bedding in there right now. But what I want to try to do is I want to do some more research on the climbing areas in habitats, and I want to make a better climbing area for them in that building. So that way there people can go up and they can see them climbing and swinging and just being playful. And then also put a lot of more enrichment items in there. I don't think we've reached gold with their research yet. I think we just started their research because we were doing some exhibit research. I don't even think we started the lemurs research yet because they are a fairly new animal to the zoo, because I added them on my second stream, which, yeah, so, I mean, we haven't really had them for a little bit, so that's okay that we don't have research on them. But like I said, I didn't do too much of the building area. I kind of mainly focused on the island decorations in this video, because I was just trying to figure out how to even do the building. And to be quite honest, I kind of forgot that I didn't hit record. And at the end of the habitat build, I was like, oh no, I didn't record this all. But that's okay, because it was a bit repetitive and kind of a lot of just me just thinking. So there wasn't a whole lot of movement on the screen for a while. So it just wasn't, I mean, it just would have been a really long video to edit down, which is fine, but I just forgot to record it. So I'm going to really try in future videos to just record everything. That way there we get all of my, you know, thinking parts, and I can just edit those out. But yeah, I just, I don't know, just new, getting back into the Planet Zoo world. And so everything's not super perfect in my habitats, but I'm trying really hard. And I just love this game so much, and I love the animals. And so I'm trying to make them more, I'm just trying to make them more like their natural habitat, so it doesn't look like they're in cages. Because I really can't stand when you go to zoos and that's what it looks like, is they're just in cages. And where I'm from around the US, I feel like that's a majority of our zoos, which is really sad. But I have gone out of the country and they're just more lavish, and they just make the habitats just look more realistic. And so that's what I'm going to try to strive for in my zoos. Like I said in my last habitat build, probably will do more of it just as a recording instead of doing it on the stream, just because it does take a lot of time to plan these out. And I like to watch a lot of videos to get a little bit of inspiration on different habitats, because I'm just not familiar with, you know, the different things you can do in the game. So that's why I just like to get some ideas, and I just recommend that for anybody that's playing a game. It's just nice to like get ideas from other people and something you haven't thought of before, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do that in the game, and then just try it out. I really love doing that. So that's what I've been trying to do. And especially like when I do builds and stuff, what I really like to do is I like to just zone out and just listen to a podcast, or like listen to something, so that I can just have something in my ear, but then I'm just planning, you know, and building and stuff. And it just makes the time go by a lot faster when I do that. So it's hard to do that on stream, because you have to like talk and be, you know, entertaining. So it's hard for me to just zone out and not speak. So yeah, I think that would be better to just do like the recorded videos and speed them up, and that way you can see them from like start to finish, which would be nice. So that's what I'm going to try to do, and that's what I'm going to try to plan on doing. I've been really enjoying the game again. Don't worry, Animal Crossing's not going anywhere, but I've been really enjoying just playing different games at night, because I have limited time at night, and so I just really like to play, you know, Planet Zoo, and if I have time, I like to play some Animal Crossing, and I have other games that I really want to play as well. But I don't know, I started like thinking about it, and I just missed Planet Zoo so much. So I wanted to try and create a franchise zoo, which I've never done before in the game. And it's hard, but we've been getting a lot of money, and it's been nice. I mean, just building these habitats between the two of them, I was getting even a ton of money just when I was trying to get like the screenshots and the cinematic views and stuff. It was really nice. So I do like the franchise mode, but I usually play like the challenge mode, so I'm not really used to franchise mode yet. But I have been really enjoying it, and I put up. So we did have a baby lemur, and today, as I was trying to take screenshots for another habit, like for, I think it was for the koala's habitat, he actually aged up, and so I had to get him out of the zoo, unfortunately. So you'll see him in the cinematic views, but he aged up very quickly. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go into settings, and I'm going to change the lifespan of the animals, so that way they can be babies a little bit longer, because when I'm taking the cinematic views, sometimes it takes me a little bit to get to them, like get the right shots and stuff, so a lot of time passes in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the settings so that way they don't age up so quickly. But unfortunately he aged up, so I had to get him trade him out of the zoo. And I think it's kind of neat that I put him up for conservation points, and I traded him for conservation points. So I'm hoping that someone will take him, because he is such a cutie. And I think next time I'll just trade him right into like the wildlife, like I'll just release them. But I just wanted to try that because I've never done franchise zoo before, so I wanted to try that feature. So I'm hoping, I don't know how long that takes for somebody to take him, but I'm hoping that it will happen. So like I said, brand new to this particular part of the game, the franchise zoo. I usually just do challenge mode. I haven't really done career mode. I think I tried it and I didn't really like it. So maybe I just wasn't doing it right. But here we're just trying to like flatten out the area again. Like I said, I don't know why I made it so like tall. It doesn't make any sense to me, but why I even did that. So it's very uneven. But it's okay. It will be fine. The lemurs seem to like it. So, and I only plan on having like a couple in here at a time. Hopefully they don't have too many babies. I think before, when I did challenge mode, I had a ton of them. Like I think I had like 3 or 4 girls and then 1 male. So he was like the alpha male, and then they had like tons of babies. So they had quite a huge like a piece of land. They had quite a huge piece of land so they could roam around. But this one, I kept it small, so I really don't want to put too many in there, because I just don't want there to be a spacing issue, especially because their shelter, as you can see, is very, very tiny. So like I said, I hope they don't have too many babies. If they do, we'll have to try to figure it out. But they also have that area inside the building that they can sleep, and that's considered a shelter as well. It was kind of frustrating when I first started playing after I built the shelter, because what they did was I didn't put the barrier correctly, so it said that they escaped, but they were still in the building. So I fixed that. That way they're not like escaping all the time, and they're not really escaping because they're in the building and they can't go anywhere, but just because of the placement of the barriers, it's just kind of tricky. So Planet Zoo is all about like create your whole world. Like you build everything basically from scratch, unless you get built blueprints or unless you get already made buildings from the game. So it's kind of fun. I just really, like I said, I really want to do some more research on how to build things. This was just a makeshift little climbing area, and I tried to just make it with what we have. We don't have very much researched, so it was just whatever I had, I just wanted to use. So that's what I did. So it's a very like makeshift area, but yeah, we figured it out in the end. And then this, I was just trying to make like a little climbing, like a little platform, I guess, where they could just stand and just hang out. But I don't know. With the uneven ground, it didn't look right, and I had to put like rocks underneath it. But like I said, I really want to try and like take everything off the island and make it a little bit better, and just more flat, I think. Because the water goes all the way around it. And what I really want to do is once we get, like I said, once we get some more research in this, I really want to put in like waterfalls. I think that would be great to put a waterfall in this habitat. That would be kind of nice to do. And it would sound really pretty when you kind of take shots of the habitat. It would really sound pretty. I tried to put a water area in the koala area, the koala habitat, but I couldn't figure it out, and it was just kind of frustrating me, so I stopped doing that. And eventually I just want to watch some videos on how to just make a small little water area, because mine always tend to be like huge, and I feel like you don't need it to be that huge, so I don't think I'm doing something right. I'm not sure, but I really want to figure that out, because I would really love a little water area just in the koala area, so that way there I can take out that water spigot that they have, that little water place where they drink, because I really just want them to drink the fresh water. I think that would be nice. And then maybe put maybe not a waterfall in there, but put something in there like a fountain or something like that. I think that would be nice. I don't know. I really liked how the koala habitat came out. And we really have to get moving on this zoo, because I think when I did some of the shots today, it was like we were in year 11 and we still don't have very much. And the guests were complaining that there wasn't much to do in our zoo. So really have to get moving. We have a ton of money now, so I can't wait to do some more streams. I'm thinking I'm going to do some more streams on this, just because I've been really enjoying it, and I just really want to build up our zoo. I really want to get more things in the zoo. So as of right now, we only have 2 animals, but this is before my stream that is coming up, so hopefully we will get some more in the zoo. So you guys will be seeing this next week, but I think we'll have more animals by then, because I'm planning on streaming it, and yeah, we'll see. So I'm really hopeful, and I think I want to get kangaroos next, or Bengal tigers next. I think would be kind of fun, but I need more conservation points, which is why I'm hoping that the lemurs will be good. So yeah. And I really want, I just really want some more things in the zoo for people to do. And like I said, I really got to start figuring out those buildings. I really got to start figuring out vehicles where people can get from point A to point B, and stuff like that. So we'll see. But yeah, here I'm just kind of pushing the tree down into the island, because it kind of makes it look like a smaller tree. It was clipping into the hard shelter there, and I do end up fixing it, I think. If maybe I didn't, I don't know. But I just try to put a lot of greenery around to hide the imperfections, really, is basically my thought process in this. I really like putting a lot of brush around just to hide whatever I've made mistakes on, and then I was just kind of putting in some rocks around the island as well. But anyways, you guys, we're getting close to the end of the video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe before you leave, and I will talk to you all very soon.